Welcome to This Explainer. I am incredibly excited to be your guide today as we tackle something that honestly often feels pretty daunting, but is actually wonderfully simple. Today, we're walking through the $100 monthly experiment, a beginner's guide to investing. Look, if you've ever felt like investing is, only for the super wealthy or financial experts in tailored suits, I am here to be your supportive mentor. About a year ago, I embarked on a very low-stakes experiment specifically designed to completely demystify investing for you.
So let's just dive right in. The entire experiment is anchored by one really simple question. What actually happens if you invest $100 every single month for 12 months straight? The rules I set were incredibly strict but very simple. Take a small, manageable amount, put it away monthly, and completely leave it alone. No touching it to buy something shiny, absolutely no panic selling when the news gets scary, and no obsessively checking the app every 5 minutes.
If we do the basic math here, you can see our baseline. $100 a month for 12 months means we put in exactly $1,200 over the course of the year. When you think about it, that's essentially $3 a day. It's just one small decision per month. Now, I know $1,200 might not sound like money that's going to instantly change your life, but I promise you the final outcome of this disciplined strategy was completely unexpected. I'm going to show you exactly what happened to it really soon. Now let's go ahead and break down the "I don't have enough money" excuse, because we all use it. Finding this $100 doesn't require being rich or getting some massive promotion at work. It's entirely about making tiny, consistent lifestyle tweaks. We're talking 2 fewer takeouts a month, or maybe canceling that one streaming subscription you completely forgot you even had. Skipping 4 overpriced lattes. That right there, that's your $100. This experiment isn't about wealth at all. It is all about consistency.
Okay, so once we actually have that $100, where does it go? We really have a couple of sensible options to compare here. We've got a regular savings account and an S&P 500 index fund. Now there's a third option, of course, which is to just spend the cash, like most people do, but for the sake of our experiment, we completely ignored the spending option and purposefully chose the index fund over the standard savings account.
If you're entirely new to this, please don't worry. Let's demystify the S&P 500 right now. It is simply an investment tracking the 500 biggest companies in America. We're talking Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, Google, all bundled into one single investment. By buying into an index fund, you own a tiny little piece of all of them. This is absolutely incredible for beginners, because instead of risking all your money betting on one single company, you're betting on the entire top tier of the American economy. So the crucial point is why we choose this specific bundle. Well, historically, over the last 90 years, the S&P 500 has averaged a return of about 10% per year. It's kind of wild to think about. Even when you factor in world wars, massive economic crashes, and global pandemics, over a long timeline, the market continually pushes upward. It's just a slow, steady upward march.
But, as any honest mentor will tell you, a long-term average doesn't mean every single year is a smooth ride. And let me tell you, 2024 was certainly not a normal, boring year for the markets. We had interest rate changes, AI stock explosions, and massive uncertainty. Our 12-month journey was a total roller coaster, from our start through a nasty dip, straight into election chaos, and finally a massive boom. I'm going to act as your calm guide through this exact chronological sequence.
Let's start right at the beginning, month 1 to 3, the boring start. January 1st rolls around, I open the app, put in my first $100, and hit buy. The reality of those first few weeks, utterly boring. My portfolio was up $1, then down 50 cents. As a beginner, it is so tempting to just stare at the screen waiting for something magical to happen. But right here is my very first major lesson for you. Rule number 1, do not obsess over daily moves. Daily market movement is just noise. Actually, checking your app every hour is probably the absolute worst habit you can build right out of the gate.
But I stuck to the routine. February, $100 in. March, $100 in. By month 3, I had put in $300 of my own hard-earned money, and the market had pushed it to $312. I know, it doesn't sound like much, but it gently proves an incredibly profound point. That extra $12 was earned while doing absolutely nothing. Your money can grow without you doing a single ounce of extra work.
But then, reality hits. Month 4, the April dip.
In April, the market suddenly dropped 4%. My portfolio went down, and for the very first time, I was losing money. I completely validate the beginner's urge to panic right here. I really do. Every instinct screams at you to hit sell and save whatever's left. This is the exact moment most novices quit forever. But remember our golden rule? A dip is just a sale. I didn't sell. Instead, I put my April $100 in,
This is a brilliant strategy called dollar cost averaging. Because the market was down, my exact same $100 bought more shares at a discount. Holding steady is exactly how you win.
Getting through that dip brought us to the middle of the year. Month 5 to 10, the grind and election chaos.
Through May, June, July, and August, the experiment became a complete grind. It was just a boring routine. Open the app, add $100, walk away. Honestly, most people give up right here simply out of sheer boredom. But the truth is, boring equals profitable. While I was just living my life, laying in a hammock, reading a book, that $800 I had quietly put in grew to $872 by August. Patience is what sets up the foundation for success.
But then September and October hit, and with the US election looming, the markets got weird. You couldn't open a newspaper or a website without seeing screaming headlines predicting a massive crash. The crowds were absolutely panicking. But remember, financial news creates fear, and fear makes people sell. Selling at the bottom out of panic is exactly how people lose money. I ignored the noise, kept my quiet confidence, and put my $100 in as usual. My plan was long-term, not based on weekly news cycles.
And holding through all that fear leads us directly to the best part of the year, month 11 and 12, the payoff.
Once the November election was finally over, the market exploded upward by 5.7% in a single month. Those who panic sold in October missed out on the absolute biggest surge of the year. I dropped my final $100 in for December, bringing my total personal investment to exactly $1,200. And the dramatic final reveal? Honestly, it still genuinely shocks me. That $1,200 of consistent monthly inputs turned into $1,471.
Let's look at the actual profit here to put things in perspective. If I had put that same $100 a month into a standard savings account, my profit over the entire year would have been a measly $15. But instead, the index fund yielded a massive $271 in pure profit for the exact same amount of effort.
That is 18 times more return. The exact same $1,200. The exact same 12 months. This proves without a shadow of a doubt that where you put your money matters far, far more than how much capital you start with. That $271 is passive income in its simplest, most beautiful form. Money earned while you sleep, eat, and work.
So we've seen the math, but let's transition into what this really means for you. Let's look at the real lessons.
As your mentor, if you take absolutely nothing else away from this explainer, let it be these 3 timeless principles. First, consistency beats amount. Putting in just $100 every month builds a habit that reduces risk and compounds forever. Second, panic is the enemy. Patience is your ultimate financial superpower. Holding through the scary moments is where the real gains are made. And third, time matters more than money. Starting with a small amount right now will almost always beat starting with a huge amount 10 years from now.
I want to empower you to start your own journey right this second. It is literally a 10-minute playbook. Step 1, open a free investing account online. Step 2, deposit that first $100 you saved by skipping takeout. Step 3, choose a simple S&P 500 index fund. And Step 4, set up auto invest so you never even have to think about it again. Just 10 minutes of setup for a lifetime of results. I promise you, your future self will be incredibly grateful you took this step today.
You now understand exactly how simple this all is. Please, don't let hesitation cost you your future. Get that account open and make sure to subscribe so we can keep learning together. But before you go, ask yourself, if just $100 a month can do this in a single year of chaos, what could a lifetime of consistency build for you?